Now, Joey Bada is hands down one of the most underrated, underappreciated, and underestimated rappers of this generation, and I think we need to talk about this. I've yet to see a rapper who's as consistent as Joey when it comes to straight up bars. This is a guy that had his breakout at the age of 17 when he dropped 1999. It was already confirmed from the get-go that this was a young man with a bright future. We had this extremely young prodigy that was spitting rhymes and punchlines so hard,
make you wanna slap your mama!
Hopefully you know what movie that is, by the way, otherwise we can't be friends. But the track Waves is a great example of Joey Bada and his versatility when it comes to his wordplay and punchlines.
Like I told you, I know niggas who trash rapping, worry about the trending fashions rather than the sending passion. They want me send them tracks, but I just send them laughing. Right after I start laughing, they start asking what happened.
The fact that Joey Bada has stuck to his original and core sound all the way throughout his career is really interesting. If you think about it, Joey Bada has never really sacrificed his sound in order to get to the next level. Even from the beginning when he first came out and he started getting a lot of attention back in 2012, he was known for being the young rapper who holds the word lyricism dear to his heart. It could be said that Joey Bada did sacrifice his sound on Devastated, but then again, Devastated was simply him trying something different from what he's usually done. It's not like he made Devastated and did a 180 in his career music wise. Absolutely not. Instead, he took a chance and experimented a little bit, and of course that really did put him on a whole nother platform, which is great because now all those new fans that he gained from Devastated are going back to his old catalog. Joey Bada is basically the real embodiment of hip-hop. The way he speaks about politics and his own real life situations and experiences always makes you realize that he has a certain type of talent that not everyone can tap into and not everyone simply has. All American Badass was a great piece of art just because it was so honest, and Joey tackled the concept of the album from such a different angle that I haven't really heard too many people do it from. Although the album to me was kind of therapeutic and more laid back compared to his other projects, he had some extremely hard rap records like Rockabye Baby featuring Schoolboy Q. It's not often you see two rappers go so well together on a track like this. The slight energy shift between Joey's verse and Schoolboy Q's verse just complement each other so well, and Joey Bada comes correct the minute the beat drops.
I said niggas pop shit all the time. Me, I don't trip cause they know I'm never lying. Looking between the lines, feel like Ali in his prime. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam.
I think it really shows in Joey's music that he puts a lot of thought into how everything comes together. I've noticed that he has a certain type of tone to his music that I really don't get from anybody else. He's always very careless in a good way when it comes to how he delivers his bars and rhymes on his tracks. I like how it never seems to sound too forced or unnatural in any type of way. And is it just me, or has Joey Bada became much more melodic throughout the years? Even though he might not be like Drake, who's the melody king, his overall hooks have gotten so much better, and some of them even have some catchiness to them. And of course, a great example of this is his track Temptation from All American Badass.
And I really can't take it no more. I've been my temptations, my lord. I'm young and I'm restless, and I really can't help it.
And that's an issue a lot of lyrical rappers have. They can of course rap, but they don't really have that melodic tone to their music. And I feel like Joey Bada is really getting better at that. But apart from improving on his melodic tone, Joey always seems to be leveling up after every single project. From project to project, he's consistently improving, whether that's on the lyrical aspect or on the storytelling aspect. He always seems to be bringing up a different side of him every time. I feel like his latest project was probably his most conceptual and well executed one by far, and that's probably because he's way mature as an artist and as a person now, so he's had a lot of his growth periods in his earlier work, and I kinda see all his previous projects up to All American Badass as practice. And All American Badass is simply the finished project of the most mature and evolved version of Joey Bada. I don't know what it is, but to me it really feels like Joey Bada is extremely underrated, very slept on and underappreciated, but not a lot of people are having this conversation, and in a way people are kind of overlooking his talent and how good he actually is. But I'm gonna be the first person to say that Joey Bada is hands down one of the most underrated rappers of this generation living today. But regardless, the future is extremely bright for Joey Bada, and I'm definitely excited to see what he's gonna do next. But what's your opinion on Joey Bada being underrated? Do you agree with me when I say that Joey Bada is one of the most underrated rappers of this generation? Or do you think that he's not underrated? Definitely let me know in the comment section below and let's have a discussion about this. But as always, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. This channel is all about bringing together people like you who enjoy music and start a discussion on different topics like this. And of course, like the video if you enjoyed it, follow me on all my social media accounts. It's on the screen, and I'm out.
alaikum.